Well, Elon has just fired some shots at his Chinese competition. He claims that Tesla is the best Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer. Is he right? Is BYD better? Who is better, Tesla, BYD, or someone else? Well, here is my take on what he said when looking at this purely from an objective standpoint. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, and I have ordered a BYD Atto 3. It was meant to arrive this month. It's going to come hopefully next month now. Bit of a delay there, but there is some positive news. The Atto 3 does now get heated seats, which it didn't have when I ordered it, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but towing is rated at 0 kilos. Hopefully that changes at some point in the future. So there you go. I've ordered a BYD vehicle. That would say I'm a fan of the brand. I am. Yes, even though people in the BYD Atto 3 Facebook group say I'm not, they feel offended if I say BYD isn't the best brand in the world. Too bad. So sad. I don't care because I only report what I believe. Objectively speaking, is Tesla or BYD the better manufacturer of electric vehicles? Well, Elon has weighed in on this argument. He says the best Chinese EV manufacturer right now happens to be owned by an American company. Tesla and America have a lot to be proud of, according to Teslarati. During Tesla's Q2 2022 earnings call, Tesla CEO Elon Musk complimented the Chinese competition. In fact, he's done this a few times. This isn't the first time. He said something recently that I reported on. He said the Chinese work harder than anyone else. He said they don't burn the midnight oil. They burn the 2 a.m., 3 a.m. morning oil. They work extremely hard. But he said Tesla is the best Chinese manufacturer of EVs. Of course, other companies like Geely claim that they're better than Tesla. BYD, very subtle. Wang Chanfu, the founder of BYD, he doesn't make big claims. He's not one of those kind of guys. He just gets shit done. The guy is a machine. Elon Musk said he has a huge amount of respect for Chinese EV manufacturers, and I like that he said that. He also said the best Chinese EV manufacturer right now is his own company, Tesla in China. Musk said, they're smart, they're hardworking, and anybody that's not as competitive as them will suffer a decline. Right now, the best Chinese EV manufacturer is actually Tesla China. I'm going to get back to this point. He said, anyone that's not as competitive as them will suffer a decline. Who is in that basket? Who is not as competitive as them? Well, every single legacy automaker is not as competitive when it comes to manufacturing EVs. That's a fact right now. You can't argue with that. There is no objective basis for arguing against that. There's no way known you can say Volkswagen is as competitive at making electric cars as their Chinese competition. You cannot. It is simply illogical. There's no way you can say it about Toyota. You can't say it about GM. You can't say it about Ford. Yes, legacy automakers have some advantages. They have dealership networks. They have brands that people trust. Don't know why, but yeah, they do. And you know what? They also have a global presence that a lot of these Chinese automakers don't have. That's a challenge that Chinese auto will have to overcome. However, I think it's worth pointing out that as far as I know right now, there's no Chinese automaker except for BYD who makes a profit selling electric cars. That's after all their costs are factored in, of course. Now, in 2019, John Sider wrote an article in Clean Technica highlighting a video by Gali from Hyperchange. Gali pointed out the uniqueness of Tesla's gigafactory in Shanghai. He said, previously until now, every single car sold in China was built by a Chinese automotive manufacturer or built by a joint venture between a foreign auto company and a domestic partner. You probably know, China used to have a rule where automakers had to have a partnership with Chinese manufacturers. So if, say, General Motors or Ford or Volkswagen wanted to manufacture EVs, in China, they had to have a joint venture with a Chinese automaker to make those vehicles in China. Meaning that no legacy automaker right now currently owns their own operation in China. Usually it's approximately a 50-50 joint venture partnership. Gali said, as much as people say Tesla is a fraud, how are they going to compete with foreign automakers? Elon Musk is a horrible CEO. He has high executive turnover. I look at how the company has managed to navigate one of the most complex geopolitical scenarios in modern history and actually turn its incredible friction between its two biggest markets, China and the US, into a massive competitive advantage. That is brilliant management. It's brilliant execution by Tesla, and it's a reason why I'm invested in this company. The fact that Tesla, an American company, is the leading EV manufacturer in China, a country that is leading the manufacturing of EVs, says a lot about Tesla's innovation. Now, some of you are probably saying, no, BYD is the leading manufacturer of EVs in China. Well, in terms of purely the number of EVs that BYD has manufactured in China this year, yes, that's true. In terms of profit per vehicle, no, it's not true. Tesla makes around 5 times more profit per vehicle than BYD does. That's a big difference. That's going to change in the future. That difference won't always be as big as it is right now. But right now, profit per car from Tesla versus BYD is far greater for Tesla, 5 times higher. That's too much of a gap to say that BYD is the leader. Clearly, right now, as of today, yes, Tesla leads this race because profitability matters. Now, Jonna says that President Biden has said time and again that China is the leading country when it comes to making vehicles. Electric vehicles, I'm talking about. He's also placed his focus on Ford, General Motors, and other automakers that have had nothing to do with electrifying the automotive industry. And Biden obviously said that GM leads the race to electrify vehicles and that they've forced everyone else to electrify. Obviously not true, but I think he's trying to push GM to actually make that happen. Tesla continues to lead it as it pushes forward in its mission to basically take over the automotive industry. Yes, I know Tesla says we want to do the right thing. This is about sustainable energy. I don't think that's really true. They do. I mean, that's certainly part of Tesla's employees' mission and Tesla itself. But more important for Tesla is market share, profitability, and future sustainable growth. Recently, there were at least 7,000 Tesla EVs spotted at Shanghai's Luqiao port. Tesla also announced its Q2 2022 shareholder deck that Giga Shanghai is listed with an annual capacity of over 750,000 cars. But as of the 13th of August, Tesla is saying they'll be able to manufacture 21,500 EVs per week from their factory in Shanghai. 21,500 times 52 weeks in a year is 1.11 million. Nearly 1.2 million. If these numbers are correct, that would mean Tesla will have a run rate by the August this year of 1.2 million EVs coming from one factory. Yes, BYD has lots of electric vehicle factories, lots of battery factories. That is great. They're apparently going to ramp up to be able to produce 300,000 vehicles per month, or around 75,000 vehicles per week, a combination of plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles by August this month. So you can see this race is very, very close, right? That would put BYD at a run rate of 3.6 million vehicles per year from their factories, their combined factories in China. That run rate would be 3 times higher than Tesla's run rate, of course. That includes about 50% plug-in hybrids. So if we divide that figure by 2, we end up with 1.8 million EVs coming from BYD. 1.2 million run rate versus a 1.8 million run rate. That means BYD wins in terms of total output. In terms of total productivity, though, in terms of total actual revenue made from those EVs, because Tesla still makes a much larger percentage of revenue per vehicle made, they still would make at least twice the profit, maybe 3 times the profit that BYD will make from that vehicle output. So I think Tesla is still clearly in the lead. That could change, though. We'll look and see what happens over the next 6 months. And I'll come back to this again to compare Tesla and BYD, as, of course, this market is changing rapidly, very, very quickly. The good news here is, though, we have 2 automakers taking electric vehicles very seriously. They're taking risks, big risks. They're investing billions of dollars to make the electric vehicle race happen quickly. And both of these 2 automakers will lead the global automotive industry, period, by 2030. They'll be first and second. I don't know what the order is going to be, but it's pretty much a given that these 2 will be the 2 biggest auto companies in the world within 8 years' time. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.